What is up, guys? So today we have just reached diamond tier, so diamond 21, and I'm hoping to keep pushing up to diamond, at least get up to 22 by before the season is over, to put me in a good position for next season. Now, this base layout, let's just go over a bit of base before I start over here. So this base was different. I just changed it there today to this type of base layout. Now, because I had gotten in my tech tree, I had gotten the maxed out rocket launchers and I had gotten the second boom cannon, it made sense for me to do something like this where you put a couple of rocket launchers or else a shock launcher if you do have it in this general vicinity, so that whenever the opponent drops off their heavy chopper with the bombardier, they get clipped over here around this area. They start to get clipped. And now I found that in terms of me and my attacks, I found that some players who had this in their bases, my bombers were simply dying. And because I didn't have Kavan yet, and I don't think I will be getting Kavan. I'm not sure yet. I haven't made that choice. I haven't got Kavan. I haven't got Bullet. All I had was Brick. So I just kept losing Bombardiers, and by the end of the base, I only had like 3 Bombardiers, really slowing down my attack. So here, the idea with this base is simply to bring the troops up this way, have them destroy one building at a time. Having them destroy target and destroy one building at a time waste their time, because it will be like two boats of bombers shooting this sniper tower, simply wasting their GBE. Whereas if when they are more spread out, that is when they are at their most efficient. Now, I do still have players that are pro heavy, either heavy chopper seeker or heavy chopper rocket chopper players that simply sometimes BART out this engine room and then simply flare from engine to engine, protecting their seekers a couple of shocks with bullet that do take it out in some relatively fast times. Let's see. This one, let's check out this one over here. I'm not sure if this one was it. Let's just check it out. So as you get higher up the rank, you will be going up against players who are more generally skilled, and so unless you can match their skill and your attacks are pretty much on point. So as you can see over here, this player is using his heavy choppers, flaring over to the flamethrower over there. He has critters there. He's destroying the shock mines on his way around the base, and he's simply flaring from target to target, destroying any shock mines, boom mines, anything that can slow down or damage his Zukas, and then letting his seekers simply go around destroying the engine room. Now this has been really fast, and obviously this type of attack is really good if you can pull it off. So finally over here, this base did hold up relatively okay, considering that it is all seekers over here. As you can see, this shock launcher did manage to get a shock in, shocking down his Zuka, slowing them down pretty nicely. And then he simply had a couple of troops over here. So I did move this engine room over this way. If you see the space now. So I have moved it a little bit closer over here, so it's in range of this one, and so that any heavy choppers that do hover around this way get destroyed. And now I have also seen some players who simply drop their heavies and that go with heavy rocket chopper, that simply drop them off around here and then flare right over this way. They usually bring them over to this area and allow them to free clear. So which is why I have all these extra boom cannons over here to protect against that. And this doom cannon over here as well, that destroys them. So here, I haven't put these rocket choppers side by side because you can simply, if they were side by side, you could simply use a flare around this area and simply shock them both. So that's why. It is always good to always, in terms of base design, always to have one multi-target building, such as flamethrower or else machine gun, beside a building, along with at least one or two single shot buildings. So over here, I have a machine gun protecting this area over here, if in case if the opponent throws down some critters. So as you can see, I have my rocket launchers spread out throughout the base. I have my shock launchers relatively centralized. I have a couple of boom cannons regular boom cannons this way. I do have shock mines over here trying to slow down his troops. Again, this base doesn't really slow down too much against players who know what they're doing. But in terms of regular players who use heavy in terms of other players who use heavy bombardiers, they do get slowed down relatively nicely. So my typical combination is 3 heavy chopper, 6 seekers. Sorry, 2 heavy chopper and then the rest seekers. I mean not seekers, bomber. So I drop 3 on this side, drop down brick on this side, use battle order to try and get them moving as fast as possible. Throw down one that way and one on the left hand side. Bring down another boat of bombardier on this side. Brick did die very early, and some of these bombers will die to the boom cannons, which is very unfortunate. It is killing off our potential damage right off the gate, which is not good for us. It is very bad that we don't have artillery. We just have the barrage, so which is very expensive to throw down, and not very efficient for taking out mines unless they are clustered. So our bombers did take some heavy beating. About half of them, probably more than half of them, are dead. We only have 2 heavy choppers left, so let's try and keep them alive and destroy the base. So as we move towards the center, we want to save up our GBE potentially for the last engine room, whichever one that may be. And we don't have enough to take down an engine room yet. We do have 80, but I don't believe that's enough to take it down just yet. So we will shock that rocket launcher, which is trying to snipe our lonesome bombardier that way. So that bombardier was sniped anyway. We only have 5 left. So this attack is not looking pretty well, not looking good, unless our opponent's attack goes really badly. So I believe we may be able to BART out this engine room and then just flare to the last one. Again, this attack was pretty bad. We should have done better. We made loads of mistakes there. We let brick die very early on, which was really bad of us. We should have delay drop brick a little bit longer, and that might have helped this attack. So right now we don't need chests, so we're simply playing to try and climb up the leaderboard. And sub 1 minute is very bad, not very good for us. 1 minute 28, not very good at all. Let's try and tidy up our attack strategy up for the next match. So 2 minutes 1 seconds, we could have beaten it. Our typical times are typically 2 minute 10, anywhere between 2 minute 10. These are bad. So 2:09, 2:22 was a good one. 2:14 was a good one. It's just that the opponent had a really good attack against us, and some of these other ones, the base did hold up. So let's try that again, and let's try and delay drop brick and try and prevent her from dying. Oh, let's check out. Now this is a base layout that I haven't seen much. So for this one, I think we will bring in an extra boat of seekers just for the end. Okay, this is I have gone against these types of bases once or twice, but let's try and see if we can do this. So 1, 2, 3. Let's put brick. We want to flare. Do an early flare. 1, 2. Try and shock. Initiate brick's ability there. We want to try and get them out in front ASAP. We are saving this single boat of seekers so that they can move around there fast at the far right hand side and hopefully go up and get that other engine room. So we do want to save brick there, so we don't want to let brick die, and hopefully that boom cannon is targeting brick, and we just saved her there. That was really nice. We can get about like 2 more battle orders out of her, so it was really important to keep her alive. So I think after this engine room goes down, we can launch the seekers, and hopefully we can. Okay, I think we do have to take down the shock launcher, or else it would simply be too slow. And now we can launch the seekers just when it's about to die, and we just have to hope the seekers can go around fast enough. There aren't too many buildings there protecting it, so we should be able to be in a relatively good position there. And let's drop a shock there. Hopefully not too many seekers. Okay, half our seekers there did get exposed to that shock mine there. Hopefully they are able to um, make up the room. Hopefully the one boat of seekers is enough, but it doesn't seem like it will be. I need them to go to the next building relatively fast, and I'll just throw my barrage on this one, which is going to be the most effective way of dealing with them. I do need a shock actually as well, in case that flamethrower gets any ideas there. As you guys know, medkits don't work, but since I don't have any GBE for anything else, I'm just going to put it down anyway. Um, Perhaps 2 boats seekers would have been better there. So this guy's attack was clearly to keep the opponent out in the landing, and try and destroy them there, and then have 2 at the very back. So okay, yes, we did win this space. Let's check out how he went up against us. So 4 boats of heavy choppers, and then the rest bombardiers. Going 4-4 heavy bomber is a safe combination. I just go with 3 bombers because I want that extra damage that the extra boat of bombardier gives compared to having the heavy. So as you saw right over here, there was about 3 boats. There was like 3 bomber there, and they completely got destroyed by the rocket choppers. I mean by the rockets. Sorry. And as you see in the central location, the Doom Cannon is picking away heavies slowly but surely, and it's making its way to the heavy choppers there. The the bombardiers are safe behind the line of heavies there, but the line of heavies are dying pretty soon. He only has 1 building left. I believe he will try and flare. It is a mistake not to flare the last building, and if he had flared earlier on, he probably would have stood a better chance. So we have made it at 21 with 23 stars there. This isn't our highest. I believe our highest was like 35 stars out of 100 in rank 21. So let's try and push up to rank 22. 21. Okay, so this player base, he seems to only have 1 Doom Cannon. Oh no, 2 Doom Cannons. Let's bring in that extra boat of bomber there. Let's bring it in this way. Bring it in this way. 1, 2. Let's drop 1, 2, and then let's drop this one this way. Brick always goes down on this side. I always like to do it. And we're just gonna save 1 heavy chopper and 1 bomber so that they can go over to the far right to the engine room covered by the machine gun and shock launcher. We will put a shock over here because that Doom Cannon is targeting our heavy, and we also don't want it to target brick either. We will toss a melt health pack there to heal up the bomber before they go over the boom mines there, or the regular mines. So that heavy chopper did die. Let's try and save the rest of our bombers here. It doesn't matter if the heavy choppers die, as long as the bombers stay safe, and you're able to keep most of them alive. So let's see, we do have a good spread over here. I believe this side will need protection over here as that Doom Cannon comes into play. And right about now, I believe this side does need a shock, or else that regular mine is going to be absolutely destroying to them. Let's put up activate Brick's ability, try and get them moving relatively fast, and that extra damage does help. So here we do have a pretty good spread of bombers. We've got everyone working at all sides, absolutely destroying, destroying every building possible. So let's destroy this one over here, and then we can possibly flare. 223 is not too bad of a, uh, not too bad of a time. So let's try and. So is it gonna be 210, 211? Okay. So this is getting pretty grindy over here. It's literally seconds that you either win or lose by. So obviously this player 7 seconds. Let's see. So how did this player win? Let's see if our a rocket chopper doom cannon combination here worked as we intended. So so he has three over here. Let's see if he is shocking. See, um, so the shocks are working over here. He's using that extra boat of heavy chopper to try and mitigate the damage. He's trying to get the heavy choppers, the rocket choppers, to target the heavy chopper this way. So this player knew what to do there, and he did it pretty much correctly. Now at this level of engine rooms, most players have the same base layout. There isn't much variance. I believe every couple of days the base layout in the leaderboards are changing, especially the top players. But those players are players who do have those extra nodes and whatnot that are giving them the tech advantage, whether that be extra GBE, critters, troop damage, troop health, all that sort of stuff. So that's giving them an extra edge, along with their attack strategies also obviously. So they do the heavy chopper seeker strategy, and they get 220, 230, even sometimes even 240. Some of these skilled players. So right now he was able to just bypass about 6 buildings there, flare over to the last end room, and simply destroy it. So that's why we did lose that one. It's getting pretty rough now. I'm pretty sure you guys already know it. So we're 14 stars above diamond over here. Let's try and keep it and push up. Now the important thing to do for yourself is, if you are in gold, stay in gold, and only if you find out if you're always losing battles, only play when you need to collect chests. That is the most important thing. And when you do unlock a node, um, and you go on a win streak, always be sure to take advantage of it and simply grind away and attack as many times as you can. Try and push up your leaderboard and global leaderboard as much as you can before that tech advantage, as we like to call it, diminishes and the rest of the players catch up to you. So over here we have a pretty decent spread. They're all over the place. This player doesn't have maxed rockets, which is gonna be nice for us. Um, his mines also aren't too badly placed over here. Let's try activate brick on this side. Most of our bombers are in the center over here, so let's try and keep them alive. So that bomber and that brick is gonna go down in a second. That's fine. We don't need to protect it. We have one bomber going to the far right over here. Let's put up a health pack over this way. There's no point in initiating Brick's battle orders because she doesn't have enough any bomber around her. So there's no point in doing that. Let's just try and save up for a barrage, for hopefully for when the troops go to the very end over here. So we have 141 GBE to throw down once that sky shield goes down. Now I usually throw it down like a second before the sky shield goes down. So when it's at half health over here, I usually throw it down now. So that goes really fast. And 215, so 215, not a terrible time. So let's check out the opponent. 250. So this guy clearly possibly flared and went around. So 215. Is he gonna make it? I'm not sure. He's having to shock a lot. Doing rocket choppers is very dangerous, obviously, because there's a lot of boom mines around. You really have to protect them protect them pretty well. Some players who go down the rocket chopper route, they don't upgrade heavies, they don't upgrade bombers. They simply do everything they can in order to um, make their attack better. So like they will get the extra GBE, they will get the extra troop damage, they will get brick. Players who got bullet would be better off getting rocket chopper if they know how to use it. They may be better off getting unlocking artillery to destroy those one or two shock mines that's in the way. So we're back up to 25. Let's try one more attack before we log off now. So this far right engine room is going to be the toughest so far. We need to do something over here to try and make sure we get over to that side. So this type of base layout is kind of like mine. So let's try 1, 1, and then 1, 2, and then let's try 3 over this way, and then let's try just 1 on this side without any heavies. So let's try and get the bombers up and running. We want to save this boat of heavy chopper bomber just for that far right, because I know these troops will go over to the far left because of the base design layout. So over on the left hand side, the reason I was able to put down the bomber without any protection over there is because the boom cannon is not in range of them. So I think we were too late in dropping the shock launcher there, and one of our shocks did. The boom cannon did get a one shot off. Now delay dropping is the cons of delay dropping are that you are basically delaying a portion of your full attack. So your full damage, you are not giving the base your full damage because you are delay dropping your troops before they can reach the engine rooms. So over here looks like our plan worked. This side is going to be able to get that, and let's just simply flare and throw all our GB over here. 225, 226. This opponent has retreated, which is nice. I don't really see that much often, so the base layout that we currently have does make some players fizzle out. Other players do retreat because I believe this player tried to go heavy seeker, possibly going from engine room to engine room, and it simply didn't work out somewhere over here possibly. So we'll just replay this player's attack before we log off. Let's see how our base held up. So for heavy chopper, bringing enough heavy choppers so that they don't die instantly to these boom cannons. So as you can see over here, this player is clearly taking out the central engine room so that he can simply start flying from this one, all the way up to this one, and then go all the way around. The reason these players do that is because they don't want their seekers to split up over here. So half them go this way and half them go this way. They don't want them to do that, so they simply let them go. So they simply destroy the central engine room. So as you can see over here, he's trying to bring his heavy choppers over the shock mine, destroy it before the seekers get there. He hasn't taken out the shock mine. Now he's trying to distract it. I don't have enough I don't have enough like flamethrower or machine guns over there to protect against seekers. Most of my machine guns are up in front or something. So so over here, too bad they didn't they didn't touch that shock mine. Over here, the seekers are taking some damaging from that flamethrower over here. So let's see how he gets it. So only a couple of his seekers are left. This shock mine will come into play. So I think he just ran out of GB over here, and he didn't have enough to reinforce his troops over here. So putting this engine right here beside this one was a pretty good idea. Especially over here, when these players do get over here, they need to shock these two rocket launcher combos over here, or else it's going to be damaging providing some serious damage to their troops. So as you can see, this player simply couldn't keep his troops alive, and lost. So that type of attack strategy is very high risk, high reward, and unfortunately this time it didn't work out for him. Uh, so uh, so 35 out of 100. Let's see if I'm not. I believe this might be the highest I have gotten over here. So I am fifth on my local country leaderboard at 35. We did get up to 45 over here, so the highest rank we did get up to is 45. Push this. So next time